You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green 1021 on your dial. You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green 1021 on your dial. KJFM Radio Eagle 102. Area high school football is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the field for high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Good evening and welcome to Week 8. Week 8 already of high school football in the state of Missouri. And we're back at Bowling Green High School tonight as the Bowling Green Bobcats celebrate senior night tonight against the Wright City Wildcats. Wright City started off pretty well, and I think they ran into some trouble. You know, that first game was originally down as a win. I think they had an ineligible player reported after the game, so it goes down in a loss, and they've been kind of inconsistent in the middle portion of the season.
Some of the stats that you shared with me shows that it'll be a pretty neat matchup tonight to see Bowling Green facing what you and I have talked about that I think is a weak point in the Bowling Green defense, and that's a fairly strong passing game. So it'd be kind of neat to see what happens. But again, people probably get tired of hearing me say this. Bowling Green is so tough this year, last year, and this year. I don't know if it will matter.
Yeah, really. And with the wind that we've had here tonight, when I came in, I almost got blown over.
Well,
it was pretty stout when I arrived. It's died down a little bit, but a strong wind definitely helps Bowling Green's cause because they do go to the air. Wright City does so often. They're almost 50-50 as far as run and pass yards this season.
Yeah, well, they're passing. The stats that you sent to me, it's had them at 18 or 1,900 yards passing already on the season, which is week 8. That's a lot of passing yards for a high school football team. So, without a doubt, they're willing to throw the ball. And I'm not really for sure what pass routes they throw, but Bowling Green presses so hard from that middle linebacker position that if Wright City is throwing the ball over the middle, that could be a big problem and require Bowling Green to make a serious adjustment. Having said that, Bowling Green has a really, really stout defensive line, and then Marcus Starks and Gunnar Bryant and Blaine Bryant, all three, crashing from the outside at the speeds that those three gentlemen have is I guess in the words of Chris Dewar, it's just almost unfair, really.
It is. It's unfair this year, and Bowling Green is just so far ahead of everyone else in the conference. Yeah. And really everyone else in the region right now, especially this year. We got about 14 minutes to go. They just honored all the senior athletes, band members, and color guard here at Bowling Green High School. So even with the weather, slight mist, a lot of wind, a good atmosphere here in Week 8 as Bowling Green takes on now one of the middle-of-the-pack teams in the EMO, the Wright City Wildcats. We'll start the pregame show officially next on Eagle 102.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Ladies, dust off those brooms and get ready to fly. It's Witches Night Out, Saturday, October the 22nd, around the square in Bowling Green. Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique will have killer outfits that are perfect for any occasion. Grab your ghouls and join the ladies at Gypsy Soul for a spooktacular good time shopping at your favorite local boutique. Gypsy Soul's 4th annual Witches Night Out, Saturday, October the 22nd, from 4 until 8 p.m. Put a little witchy gypsy in your soul at Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, just off the square in Bowling Green with the porch out front.
Hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence are foundations of a successful sports program. The team at Clint Bowen Construction recognizes character and the mentality of local athletes as the pillars of our community. Best of luck to area sports teams this season from the team at Clint Bowen Construction in Bowling Green.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
Kuda's Auto Repair in Farber is a full-service repair shop, offering oil changes to engine replacements and everything in between. All repairs are backed by a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Kuda's Auto Repair features Motorcraft batteries, a full line of tires and lift kits. Kuda's Auto Repair also has 24/7 towing and recovery services for all light-duty vehicles. Located at 518 South Main in Farber, Kuda's Auto Repair. Call 573-249-KUDA. That's 573-249-5832 for Kuda's Auto Repair.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana is now accepting applications for a compassionate, caring, self-motivated individual to care for elderly residents in an assisted living setting. The job is full-time from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Must be willing to train to be a level 1 medication aide. The job offers competitive wages and benefits. Applicant must be willing to work flexible shifts. Send application to Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane, Louisiana, Missouri, 63353. Lynn's Heritage House is an equal opportunity employer.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
It's the Eagle 102 pregame show here in Week 8 as the Bowling Green Bobcats take on the Wright City Wildcats. Mark Fronter, Chris Grody back together tonight for this Week 8 matchup. And if Bowling Green wins, I think they clinch at least a share of the EMO conference as right now North Callaway only has one loss in conference. So I guess you got to keep pace with them, and tonight would pretty much guarantee at least a share of the conference championship.
Yeah, I thought I read somewhere that said that tonight was for the conference. If Bowling Green wins tonight, they'll be the conference champs. But I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I don't think this is the last conference game. I think they still have another conference game in Week 9. But anyway, at least a share tonight as the rain picks up a little bit more. You can see that kind of going through the lights. Still at the mist level, but it is noticeable now as we look across the field. But this is an interesting matchup because Wright City has been they started off so hot and then have kind of fallen off a bridge a little bit to that middling 500 mark. And that's kind of what you get at the high school level with a pass first team.
Well, we talk a little bit about, their 1,800 yards. They've got 1,857 yards passing. Oh, no, I'm sorry, total yards. They have 884 passing yards, and Bowling Green has 607. So there's really not that much of a difference in between the two teams. But I do know that this team likes to run more of a spread offense with 3 or 4 wide receivers. But I think Bowling Green has the talent to cover a Wildcat type offense. I think we've seen that. They just can't let the ball get behind them, and they can't get that middle linebacker over pressure like we've seen them do against some tough teams.
And it's so hard at this level to practice that because all your talented receivers are also your D-backs and linebackers. So it's hard to really get that first team type training done, except for on Friday nights.
Yeah, and we compared passing yards here, where Wright City has got 884, and Bowling Green is 607. You jump down here in the stats that you provided for me to the rushing yards. Wright City has 973 rushing yards, and Bowling Green has 1452. So, we know what Bowling Green can do rushing-wise. We saw what Bowling Green did. Well, I don't know if you did. I certainly was at the Mark Twain game last week and watched Bowling Green beat up on the Tigers there. And that was a team that many football sports aficionados said was going to be Bowling Green's test, that this was going to be tough for Bowling Green. And that was a 76-6 onslaught.
Yeah.
And if you read a bunch of the articles after that game talking about it, Mark Twain had the big front offensive line. Mark Twain had the big front defensive line.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to try to focus on tonight is the offensive line and defensive lines of these Bobcats, because we talk about Marcus all the time. We talk about Blaine all the time. We talk about Gunner. We know what they can do. But they're doing that because, number one, they're talented athletes. Number two, their offensive line is beating up a lot of teams. So bravo to the Bowling Green Bobcat offensive line and defensive line.
It's the Bobcats and the Wright City Wildcats. We'll take a look at our keys to the game coming up next on Eagle 102.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Magruder Limestone Company is locally owned and operated, located throughout communities across Missouri. Magruder Limestone Company, with quarries in Troy, Frankfort, Foley, Ashley, and Silex, provide the Pike and Lincoln County area with high-quality limestone aggregates. Since 1969, Magruder Limestone Company has grown substantially and continues to increase production each year. Magruder Limestone Company, a proud sponsor of area sports.
When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, McMailer. McMailer and
a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Miller Ag Services LLC in Bowling Green provides the services and supplies to maximize your yield. A family business, Cleet and the Millers bring you quality service and products. Call today 573-470-0101 for Miller Ag Services LLC.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
All right, and our keys to the game for this Week 8 matchup between Bowling Green and Wright City. I think it's you got to start with defend the pass, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think for the keys to the game for Bowling Green is to ensure that nothing gets behind them, right? We know that they can stop the run. They're extremely aggressive. We know they're going to do that. So the key for them is to not let this pass-heavy Wright City Wildcat team get behind them in the deep ball.
That's the key to the game. I think that's the only key to the game.
Yeah.
As this defense has been so good this season. The pass defenses, if you're going to pick a weak point, that would be it. So that's going to be the main focus and the key tonight for the Bowling Green Bobcats against the Wright City Wildcats. Bowling Green is 7-0 on the season, 5-0 in the conference, and it's been a fun season so far. Let's keep it going here on senior night. We'll have your starting lineups, and they're senior heavy when we come back on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
as many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Tennessee Streets in Louisiana.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Well, this pregame got away from us a little bit, Chris. They're already flipping the coin, and we haven't given our starting lineups yet, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. First for the Wright City Wildcats, they're 4-3, coached by Tyler Rickard, and they'll start at defensive back, senior number 2, Nate Womack. Also at DB, number 7, a sophomore, Caden Allison, and number 10, a sophomore, Dwan McRoberts. And the linebackers, 66, a junior, Devin Myers, your first linebacker, as well as number 23, a senior, Jeremiah Davis, 8, junior, Drayden Edwards, and junior number 4, Carleon Jones is the other linebacker. The defensive line is a senior number 55, Roman Attaway. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Sophomore number 62, Mason Went, no relation to George. Sophomore number 64, Hunter Bohannon, and a freshman number 69, Hakeem Dowdy, rounds out the starting 11 on the defensive side of the ball for Wright City. And we'll get you Bowling Green starters and a lot of seniors, but we're ready to kick off this Week 8 matchup right now as Bowling Green will be kicking off. Did they win the toss or did they?
Wright City won the toss and elected to receive. So we will see what Bowling Green's defense can do right off the bat.
And we'll give you their offense when the offense comes onto the field. So Stark's on to kick it off. And he goes with a low line drive kick. It's fielded, actually muffed a little bit at the 5-yard line. They're going to have to recover and stop at the 5. Caden Allison on the return.
Jace Eskew on the tackle. That's going to be, you're not going to be able to break out and juke Jace Eskew out, and then Brandon Gam helped on the tackle, the senior, who's extremely fast as well. Bowling Green's got a lot of pink on tonight for one of their juniors who's in the hospital, Molly Grody. They're supporting her. Shotgun formation for the team. Mark's messing with the camera a little bit. Kind of a fake snap, nothing. He's getting a call from his coach now. 4 wide receivers, 5 wide receiver. Motion from the slot, pitch to the motion to the right side, far side of the field.
Yeah, they're going to lose yardage.
Yeah, swallowed up by Bowling Green for a loss of yards. I can't see the numbers, Mark. They're yellow.
They're terrible.
Yeah, can you see what number that was running the ball?
Brought down in the backfield by number 24, Gunnar Bryant.
I did not.
Bobcats. Loss of 2 on the play.
That'll bring up second down. Yep, going to have to use the old binoculars tonight, I think. The softball game is into the top of the 5th inning, tied 2-2. Silex initially had a 2-0 lead in that one, and Clopton has come back. As soon as that's over, they put another option play on, and just not much there. It'll bring up third down. Rick Roberts on the run that time. He got about 5 back. Blaine Bryant on the stop.
Yeah, he comes in motion out of his wide receiver spot, and like you said, gained about 5 yards. But the Wright City Wildcats line up and then look to their sidelines to their coach to get a play, and that doesn't really allow your kids to learn football or teach football very well.
We saw a lot of that from both teams, actually, at Louisiana last week against Montgomery.
Trouble.
Yeah, in the end zone, has to make his way out, and that's almost picked off. The intended target that time was at number 1.
Yeah, it
Hogan.
looked like number 1.
Blake Hogan.
There you go.
And
Confirmed. The numbers are light yellow.
Yeah, Brandon Gam on the break up there from his cornerback position.
Gam, who broke that up, now back to receive the punt.
Gam now back to receive the punt.
Out of the end zone.
Is the announcer listening to you?
Possibly. As the punt almost blocked. The arms were up. It went between, and this one will bounce and take a Wright City hop, but then stop shy of the 40-yard line. So going to be really good
Will start their drive at the 37-yard line with 10:22 to play.
field position for the Bobcats.
The Wright City quarterback is number 5, Joey Gendron. Is that right? Gendron?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, folks. Their numbers are white jersey with yellow letters. It's very hard to see, even with the binoculars.
Yeah,
it's pretty difficult.
It's bad. It's nice that there's a couple of Wright City players wearing pink socks too. As Bowling Green keeps it on the ground on first down, they'll get about 6 on the first run of the night by Marcus Starks.
Yeah, Marcus got the ball from his just his halfback position and gained about 6 yards, it looks like.
There on the stop was Roman Attaway for the Wildcats. So Bowling Green with a second and a long 4. After a gain of 6, here's Marcus.
Back to Marcus,
the near
cut
side.
outside, good move. You
Gets
can't
away.
tackle him with an arm.
Yeah, down inside the 15 to 10, and finally rolled down at the 7.
They're going to call him down. It looked like he was on the defender there. It looked like he never really touched the ground.
Devin Myers on the stop, 9:39 to play here in the opening quarter. Bowling Green trying to punch it in here early, and it goes to the far side with, was that Bryant? Blaine Bryant on the run, and he gets inside the 5 down to about the 1.5-yard line. It'll be second and goal.
Yeah, it's not really usual that we see Bowling Green's rushing game stop so abruptly for Sideshow Orr.
Yep, and into the end zone is Starks. A 2-yard run to put Bowling Green up 6-0 with 9:02 to go here in the opening quarter. That is touchdown number 26 on the season for Marcus.
Well, I think what's important to notice there is he gets the ball just on a dive, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, and Wright City does a good job to get a defender on him, and he dives in for that last 3 feet or so for the touchdown. So good on Marcus to realize that he needed to get those yards.
Bowling Green, as per usual, will go for 2 as the play comes in with Jace Heskew. And now a timeout going to be taken by Bowling Green before the 2-point play. So they lead 6-0, 9:02 to go in the opening quarter. This is Week 8 football on Eagle 102.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Well, after the timeout, they're going to kick the extra point, or at least attempt here. So interesting that they take the timeout, and this one is punched through. So 7-0 in favor of the Bobcats with 9:02 to go here in the opening quarter. And let's go ahead, since we just took a timeout. The starters for Coach Joe Chin, senior. We've already seen him score. Marcus Starks, number 1. The quarterback is a senior as well, Dylan Dalton. Then a junior, number 10, Blaine Bryant. We saw a run out of Blaine. Senior, number 15, Brandon Gamm. Number 17, a senior, Colin Pryor, in the starting 11 tonight. A senior, number 24, Gunnar Bryant. Junior, number 55, Harrison Hunt. Number 59, a senior, Devin Rue. Another senior, number 68, Jackson Charlton. And a senior, number 74, Teddy Charlton. So very senior heavy on senior night, of course.
Of course.
7-0 Bowling Green, 9:02 to go here in the opening quarter.
Blair Oaks over Hallsville.
They do a good job. They've got a good Twitter connection and some other, as it's fielded at the 10, and they're going to do a little
dazzle.
Yep, and it's all razzle, no dazzle.
That's right, all razzle, no dazzle.
Now, how did they give them forward progress when they handed it? McRoberts ended up with it and got tackled.
That's a great question. I'm not really sure to answer. But, yeah, the McRoberts gets the ball and comes to the center of the field, hands the ball to his up back, and he hands it to another back, a deep running back, trying to just kind of give a fake sweep or a fake reverse, and Bowling Green was all over it.
Mm-hmm.
But they did give them a couple extra yards compared to what they lost. Trips right, roll out from shotgun. The quarterback looking to throw the ball just outside of the wide receiver's reach, who was wide open for about an 8-yard gain. So that ball went incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Intended receiver was number 23, Jeremiah Davis.
Intended for Davis. He couldn't just couldn't get the ball there. And it looks like the Wright City quarterback's got a little bit of a shot put throw.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he's on the roll like that, that's going to make that more difficult to connect that pass too.
So second down.
I was watching you fix the camera. I didn't realize. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers for Wright City. Takes the snap, gives the ball, coming back to the near side. That's a block in the back, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah, he kind of ran into that block in the back, didn't he?
Walker Chandler on a good tackle for a loss of about 2 yards, it looks like. Oh, Dylan Dalton, it said, was in on that tackle also.
Down to 8:30 to go here in the opening quarter. A loss of 1 on the play.
And 11 for the Wildcats. Let's make some noise for that Bobcat defense.
They haven't used much. They haven't gone really to the air at all, except for the one pass on third down. And that's what they'll do again here is they line up in a deep shotgun.
Showing blitz from the outside. Dylan's
fakes option.
Up. Oh, trouble.
Yeah, throws back across the
That's
field.
An interception.
And had
Drew.
it and dropped it. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's all right.
Drew Dalton.
And that's a dangerous throw in the first place. The quarterback takes that ball from shotgun, rolls outside. And then it looked like was it Harrison Hunt that was tracking down on him? And the quarterback throws the ball all the way back from the far side to the near side of the field. And the ball was like baseball is called a can of corn, right?
Yeah.
The ball's just up there. And Drew probably saw touchdown before he saw catch. So
yep.
Good try, though.
Kind of like, was it Trey Turner that made that error last night?
Yeah.
And flags come out.
False start on the Wildcats.
So that'll back them up 5 more yards.
That's probably a pretty lucky penalty, Mark, because Blaine Bryant was like 6 yards deep behind the blockers. I'm not so sure he wouldn't have got that ball.
So now they're going to have to punt from their own goal line. Second time he's had to punt from the end zone.
He's got a blocker back with him. It's kind of a neat. Oh, you don't know.
And it's blocked. He kicked it actually right into
his own player.
Yeah.
Or ricocheted off of a Wright City player.
So Bowling Green's going to get it
at the 5.
First and goal from the 5. This may be their best starting field position of the season.
All season. Yeah, it was it was a weird punt formation. They had 2 punters back. The guy on the near side of the field caught the ball. The guy on the far side of the ball stepped up the block and he kicked the ball right into him. I don't know if we can call that a blocked punt though, can we?
It's going in my stats as a block punt.
Okay.
I think the Bowling Green coaches and special teams will be with me there as Starks takes it to the near side and walks into the end zone. His second of the night, 7:50 to go here in the opening quarter. It's 13-0 Bowling Green. They don't get much easier than that for Marcus.
They do not, and he just bowled over that kid there at the goal line for his second touchdown of the night with 7:50 left in the first quarter.
And they'll go for 2 this time, and that's easy. Over to the far side, they pass. There was no defender within 5 yards.
Pass is complete to number 24,
Gunnar Bryant to add 2. and it's 15-0, 7:50 to go in the opening quarter. This is Week 8 football on Eagle 102.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
So the return goes out to the 20-yard line this time for Wright City. This is their best starting field position. But still, they've had trouble with each and every kickoff so far.
They have. They, at least handling the ball, they've had some sort of I broke my pen. Some sort of fumble or muff or something, and it doesn't have anything to do with the weather because it's no longer raining.
Yeah. And they'll go to the ground and try a little more razzle-dazzle with the reverse there, and it's stopped for a big loss. I think that was Hogan that ended up with it.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good attempt reverses here, but Teddy Charlton crashed through the line so far and so deep that there's a defender as soon as the Wildcat gets the ball in the reverse. There's a defender there, and that's a loss of 10 yards.
Yep. Yeah, they've got a big playbook, is what they've got, and that will create problems for a lot of teams.
Yes, it could.
Not Bowling Green.
Bowling Green showing a lot of pressure. The ball's thrown.
Fling it up again to the near side. And
that should be offensive pass interference.
It should be.
Wow.
That'll bring up third down. He turned into the defensive back there. Jones was the intended target and should have been flagged.
Well, Jones had no choice. Brandon had that ball. I mean, that ball would have been picked off by Brandon Gamm, and we've seen him run the ball. That's a danger for them. And the Wildcat receiver just grabbed a hold of Brandon and pulled him back, and they didn't even attempt to throw that flag. They just waved it incomplete and ran off.
3rd and 20. Back to throw again.
Double screen, pressure. That's
their first completion. Flags come out, however, right where
still going.
He caught the ball, and he's finally brought down on the far side. But I think this one's going to come back.
Yeah, I think they're going to call offensive pass interference for a picking. Oh, no, they called ineligible man downfield.
So this is coming back. Ineligible downfield, 6:42 to go in the opening quarter. It's 15-0 Bowling Green on a pair of Marcus Starks touchdowns.
So on a pass, an offensive lineman can only go 3 yards down the field. And this play is designed as kind of an underneath screen where that receiver comes back underneath to get the ball and then follow his lead blocker's offensive lineman in this case, and they just had one too far downfield. Yep, ineligible man downfield. Oh, there's 2 penalties. Holding also.
Oh, wow.
So they declined the ineligible man downfield and accepted the holding.
Ineligible man downfield, that penalty is declined. Second penalty was holding.
They're in the 7th inning now in the district championship game. And get you an update on that score here momentarily. If you're not taking advantage of everything Eagle 102 has to offer tonight. That game is 3-2 Silex in the 7th.
Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers on 3rd and 25 for the Wildcats.
Dropping back to throw from his own end
zone.
zone.
Pressure. That's another pick.
Yep, this one is Starks for the
Marcus.
pick to the near side and taken out of bounds. It's an interception for Starks. Why not? The night he's having. Carleon Jones was the intended target, and Starks with the INT. and they'll have another short field from the 20.
It'll be first down and 10 from the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Marcus did a good job to go up, and of course a high school high jumper, so that's zero problem for him to go get the ball. He just out-jumped the wide receiver for the ball. He's got good hands. We've seen him catch several touchdowns.
6:34 to play here in the opening quarter. 15-0 Bobcats, and they're looking for
Gunner's wide open.
And the throw was just beyond him, just overthrown a little bit. That'll bring up second down.
Receiver was number 24, Gunner Bryant for the Bobcats.
That looked funky coming off the hand.
Yeah, he kind of threw that ball to the backside of Gunner, which was a little difficult, but I don't know if it was just out of bounds or what, but Gunner was wide open. If you put that ball, just rocket the ball to him, that was a touchdown for sure.
Second and 10. For the Bobcats. Inside a handoff to Starks. Makes his way downfield, and he's into the end zone. Third touchdown of the night. There was a little delay on the signal from the far side, but he is in.
17-yard touchdown for Marcus.
His third in this ball game already. It looked like he was going to go for the far sideline, but saw something, just cut it back up the gut and went in for 17. And now direct snap to Dalton, and he's into the end zone for the two-point conversion to extend this lead to 23-0. 6:22 to go in the first quarter. This is Week 8 football on Eagle 102.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
23-0 Bowling Green, and we're not even to the midway point of the first quarter yet. 6:22 to go.
I just got a text message that said Molly's watching the game tonight. So, Molly, they're thinking about you, and they got all their pink on for you. So they're out here.
Kick goes low, and it's picked up at about the 5-yard line. Probably their best return of the night.
Yeah, that low drive kick, it kicked the ball all the way, to the 3-4 yard line. A pretty good return on the Wildcats' part to get out to the 18-yard line.
Wildcats will start their drive at the 18-yard line.
Ish.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah.
6:16 to go here in the opening quarter as they come back on the field. Last drive ended in an interception at the 17 by Starks, who ended up going in a couple of plays later from that same 17-yard spot. They've punted into their own man.
5 wide receivers. We got 3 here closest to Mark and I on the near side of the field, and shotgun again. Bubble screen.
And they flip it out to the near side. And
loss.
Yep. It was behind him. He had to spin his whole body around and couldn't get the feet back under him.
Number 10, DeJuan
McRoberts on the reception for a loss.
Yeah, Wright City's going to have to look to change their offense here. We've seen this 5 wide receiver set all night so far, and it's produced 1 positive yard that was called back for 2 offensive penalties.
Yep. So second and about 14 for the Wildcats, who have just been going backwards tonight. 5:40 to go as the clock runs. And with this many incompletions, as that one is overthrown.
It's a good idea.
The clock does not move very much.
It does not. This is going to be could be a potentially dry game, so we're going to have to start picking on Coach Bibb or something before too long.
Yeah. Warm up the
We'll
halftime
have to
show.
get some Garth Brooks going or something up here.
The band left when it started raining. They're a bunch of prima donnas.
Oh. That's why we had the played
Yeah,
national
the
anthem
recorded
this evening?
national anthem, yeah.
Same formation. They got 3 wide receivers to the top, 2 to the near side, and shotgun for Wright City.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to deviate too much. Flings it out, and that one's – they're going to call pass interference on that.
They're going to call that on Blaine maybe.
There were 4 Bobcats there. I think it'll be a first down any way you look at it. I mean, they're going to talk about it, but
yeah, they're going to mark it off.
Yep.
And
I'm with that pass, with that many defenders there.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that call. If you don't call the offensive pass interference,
Exactly.
It's clearly offensive pass interference. Now, granted, Mark, it's 23-0.
Yep.
The first quarter, so Bowling Green.
We'll give them that.
Here they're under center here, so here's a change.
Yep.
End around, going to the far side of the field.
And Bowling Green really. Oh, there's a hold.
Holding.
Yep. On the end of the line, Jeremiah Davis on the run, but they're going back 10 yards. It'll be first and 20. 5:12 to go here in the opening quarter. 23-0 Bobcats leading Wright City here in Week 8.
The Wildcats had an offensive lineman get out here on Marcus, kind of trying to give him some grief, but that's probably some practiced plays, right?
Mhm.
We know he's one of our standouts, or one of the Bowling Green Bobcats standouts, so he's going to get some extra attention. Some poor Wildcat probably had to wear number 1 all week in practice. Got beat on.
So first and 20.
Coming out in a single back set, 1 wide receiver, motion to this side, give up to the
Oh,
middle.
good spin,
Yeah,
but
great spin.
there's just not much there. He'll gain 1, it looks like. McRoberts on the carry.
Yeah, he had a real quick, fast spin that caused the Bobcat to miss that tackle. But the motion comes to our side of the field here, and the quarterback fakes the ball to that motion and then gives it to the deep back, who's coming through kind of on a delayed dive, really. But, again, Bowling Green's defense is so aggressive that you're going to have to come up with more than that. 1 yard at a time isn't going to do it.
So second and 19. I gave him 1.
Okay. Pass.
And they are passing here on
He's got
second
plenty
down.
of time. Now he's in trouble.
There's a
Holding
flag,
again.
yep. Over to the far side, it's incomplete. And I think you decline this penalty, right?
I think I do.
Bring up third down and 19.
Holding. Yeah, I think I decline this. Keep the 3rd and 20. Yep, declined by Bowling Green.
Penalty is declined, but penalty was against the Wildcats.
The quarterback doesn't, his technique as a thrower doesn't really favor the deep ball. Now, I'm not saying that he can't throw it.
Yeah.
Because he may have incredible arm strength, but maybe that's something that, Coach Sinclair and Coach Chin have recognized with their years of experience in playing and coaching. But they've got Marcus over top as a safety. Now they got Walker Chandler back in at the safety here.
3rd and 19 for the Wildcats.
We trip wide receivers to the near side of the field, so 5 wide receivers again.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling Green has no safety.
Put a man in motion to the near side.
Roll out.
Flings
Throwing
it.
the ball deep.
Got position and wrapped up as the pass got there to prevent the interception by Gam.
And see, to me, that was as much as pass interference as what they called against Bowling Green.
Yes.
Brandon Gam for the Bobcats.
And I'm not being picky here. I'm just what you and I are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Those look very similar to me.
Maybe it's because there wasn't 4
Maybe
4 defenders there.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, he went
almost blocked.
all out for that.
Brandon's
Fielded.
gonna take it. Oh.
He almost got through.
It's senior night. He's going to try a little.
Uh-huh.
Good
He's
try,
like, if I'm not
BK.
going to get an interception, I'm going to get a return.
Yeah, Brandon took that ball very dangerously. near a couple Wildcats
Yeah.
and just got tripped up. I mean, had his feet got not tangled with those two defenders, who knows what would have happened, because he was off and running.
So Bowling Green gets the ball back with 4:13 to go in the opening quarter, up on Wright City, 23-0.
Drew Dalton running the play into older brother Dylan Dalton, which is cool.
Yep. 1st and 10.
Roll out pass. Gunner's wide open.
Yep. Downfield, he gets this one. Turns at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Bryant, with 4:01 to go, extends the Bowling Green lead to 29-0 with 4:01 to go.
Is that a 42-yard or a 38-yard pass?
That is. So Gunner into the end zone for the first time tonight. 8 minutes in, or 7:59 in, and they'll go for 2 again. Roll out. Dalton throws it back across and bobbled, and did he bring it in? Yes. Gunner Bryant again with 4:01 to go. 31-0 Bowling Green here in the first. This is high school football on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at Eagle 102 and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Starks kicks it deep.
Good kick.
After the Bryant touchdown, and that one goes through the end zone for a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20.
He kicked that ball 60 yards. I mean, it bounced right
at the goal line, yeah.
Good kick.
First one that hasn't been returned. 3:58 to go. Here in the first quarter. From the 20-yard line, still a 5-receiver set for the Wildcats. Reverse, keep it on the ground this time. And he's taken out of bounds. Gain of about 2. McRoberts. And it'll be 2nd and 8. That's our first.
Numbers McRoberts.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Number 10?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Dylan Dalton and Brandon Gamm on the tackle. And they did a good job to fight through blockers because the Wildcats had a pretty good blocking wall out here, but the Bowling Green seniors just fought through the blocks and made good tackles at the sidelines. We watched Mizzou do this for years when I was fresh out of high school and younger, and it's just an offensive scheme that I'm not a big fan of. Timeout for Wright City Wildcats.
3:51 to go here in the opening quarter. It's 31-0 Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
It'll be 2nd and 7. They gave them 3 on
yards.
The last run before the timeout. 3:51 to go. 31-0 Bowling Green. Wright City facing that 2nd and short 8, long 7, whatever you want to do. Roll out to the far side. Looking to pass. He flings it out there, and it's short on the far side. They're on the coverage. Was Gunnar Bryant for the Bobcats. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job with the motion to the top side of the field, and then that motion receiver kind of seals the end while the quarterback's rolling out that same direction. It's just Bowling Green has such aggressive defense that they have to be able to throw the ball quicker, and then their athletes are covering all of the wide receivers. There's just nobody to throw the ball to right now.
No. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 3:44 to go in the opening quarter. Bowling Green has scored on every possession, so they need convert a 1st down here, but that's not going to happen. Short dump off pass, and they're going to lose yardage on the play. It's going to be 4th and 10 as he loses 3 yards.
Complete to who?
McRoberts. Gunnar Bryant on the stop. And we're down under 3.5 minutes to play here in the 1st quarter.
So McRoberts has 2 receptions that I have recorded here that weren't called back for negative 10 yards.
Yeah. And the Wildcats will punt again. Low snap, has to pick it off the turf. Bowling Green wasn't bringing the pressure this time, and they won't return it either. It's going to bounce, and Bowling Green will have it at their own 49.
Yeah, Bowling Green takes over at the 49-yard line. And from tonight, what we've seen, it's just you want to see, if you're the Wildcats, you want to pin Bowling Green back deeper and give yourself a chance. But Bowling Green's pretty much scored at will tonight, running the ball and passing the ball at this point.
Mark Twain is trailing 14-0. And Louisiana leading Van Far 8-6. That's at Van Far.
Oh, that's all right. At Van Far. They're putting the track in, I saw.
Yep. So Bowling Green gets it. This is the farthest they've had to go so far tonight. Rolling out to throw.
Deep ball.
Puts it deep into triple coverage, and it's almost picked off. They're on the coverage. I think that was McRoberts. Actually, 3 of them there, but
that ball was thrown to Machine Gunner on a deep post route, and it looked like he might have been the only receiver because there wasn't a running back down here in the flat or the other tight end that they normally run down here in the flat. Neither one of them were here.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for Bowling Green from midfield. Actually moved it up a little bit. Starks in motion this time. He was actually talking to his quarterback, but they go up the middle with it.
Go, Blaine.
Bryant.
Oh, still going.
On his feet to the near side and finally run out of bounds.
Where's that flag?
Inside the 20, and he was 5 yards out of bounds
yeah, and this
when
guy
he was hit.
This guy's just looking like he didn't see nothing.
Everybody on the field for Bowling Green was signaling, throw the flag. Yeah, there's a
35-yard run for Sideshow. And what's impressive is he ran that ball.
You got to look out because you're going to lose control of the game if you don't call things like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Dylan Dalton will dive forward inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Gain of about 7 yards.
Mhm.
They're going quick, too, now.
Yep. 2:16 to go. And up the middle, fighting for yardage and in for the touchdown. Marcus Starks. That's number 4 tonight, right?
Yes.
For 7 yards with 2:09 to go in the opening quarter. It's 37-0. We still have 2:09 to go in the opening quarter, Chris.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. How many yards was that, Mark? I missed
7.
it. Thank you, sir.
And they're going to go for 2 again. And it's again Starks in for the 2-point conversion. So 39-0. 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Bowling Green is rolling against Wright City in this conference matchup on Eagle 102.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
For high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome to Bowling Green. Mark Fronek, Chris Groney, Week 8 matchup. If you've been watching on our video feed, you know that Marcus Starks has scored 4 times. Bryant has the other Gunner Bryant. And
let's just call him Machine because we know what he is.
39-0. Bowling Green.
Oh!
They hit the up man with the kickoff.
Bowling Green's
Bowling Green's got it. It turns into an onside kick. Unintentional. Maybe that's a little payback for that late hit a few minutes ago.
The uncalled late hit because Sideshow was completely out of bounds when that kid shoved him. And, gosh, he ran all the way to the outside lane on the track with his cleats on just trying not to fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was.
So Bowling Green gets it back, already up 39-0 here with still 2:06 to go in the opening quarter. Wow.
Yeah, this is, the seniors have maybe got something to prove tonight. 2 wide receivers for Bowling Green.
Roll out
to the right.
Puts it in the air. It's caught on the near side at the 40-yard line across the 35 and brought down at the 30-yard line is Drew Dalton. So Dalton to Dalton on that hookup.
That's a cool.
Dalton brought down by number 8, Braden Edwards.
Braden Edwards with the stop and a first down for the Bobcats.
Dylan rolling out to the opposite side this time.
Yep. Puts it in the air. Flag comes out. One of the Bobcats was brought down before the ball was even thrown, and I think this may be a defensive penalty.
I think it may be defensive pass interference.
That was before the ball was in the air, so it'd be...
Could be holding.
Yeah, that's what they're going to call a defensive hold with 1:44 to go here in the opening quarter. We've scored a lot. Bowling Green has first quarter touchdowns this season. Have they made it over 40 points in the first 12 minutes yet?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. They're about to.
This has been an onslaught.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people talking about Bowling Green hasn't proven anything, and I think maybe some of these kids have been listening to that.
Yeah.
They're showing some people what they've got to play.
So they've got it. 1st and 10 after the penalty. They put Starks in motion. Dalton to the near side.
Oh, my God.
Gets it to Starks. Makes a move.
Good
He
block
put on the
downfield.
brakes, and he is in for number 5. 5 first quarter touchdowns for Marcus Starks. 1:35 to go. It's 45-0 Bowling Green. They lead Wright City here in Week 8. A win guarantees them at least a EMO Conference Championship as they have a one-game lead right now on second place, North Callaway.
Wildcats 0.
And they're going to try and kick this one. They're 1 for 1 on extra points tonight, kicking.
On the field for the point after attempt, number 82, Andrew Niemeyer.
Andrew Niemeyer, it's senior night. The senior puts it up, and this one is no good. Pushed it to the right with 1:35 to go. 45-0 Bowling Green here in the first on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
First quarter, 1:35 to go here in week 8, and Bowling Green leads Wright City 45-0. Last check, Louisiana was leading Van Far 8-6. Mark Twain was trailing 14-0 in their week 8 matchup. And they kick it deep.
Another good kick.
Yeah, that one bounces 2 yards deep into the end zone.
Another good kick. Yeah, that last play from Dillon to Starks. Dillon got that ball, rolls out here to the near side of the field, and he's got his tight end in a flat, Aiden Grody, and he's got Marcus down here in a short flat, and he hits Marcus, and Marcus just outruns the rest of the defense. It gets a good block from Brandon Gam-Ed and Aiden Grody down here to score his touchdown.
Well, he pulled the old Top Gun maneuver, too. Put on the brakes, let the defense fly right by.
That's right. If you start singing, Coach, don't sing Take My Breath Away.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear that.
First and 10 for the Wildcats from the 20-yard line. Kind of an awkward end around, but this is probably going to be one of their best offensive plays of the night as he's run out of bounds after a gain of 5, Jeremiah Davis.
Yeah, that's about a 7-8 yard gain for the Wildcats.
Yep, they'll give them 6.
Yeah, they're going to give them 6, yeah.
Davis's run was good for 6 yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 from just across the Wright City 25-yard line. We're down to 1:05 to go in the quarter, and the Bobcats up 45-0.
That's a pretty good end around from Wright City. Their tight end is behind their offensive lineman tight end and just gets the ball real close. It's hard to see.
Back to throw again. He launches it downfield. It's too deep for his man. Did we get the interception? No. Unable to hang on the far side. Was that Gunner?
Drew.
Drew, okay. And it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, Drew Dalton on that far side corner was 3 yards deep on his wide receiver, and he was the only one up there. He jumps up, and the wide receiver did a good job to hit him to not let him get the completion. But gosh, Drew was half a body higher than the wide receiver in his jump.
And that ball was tailor-made for him. The receiver was 3 yards behind the throw.
Yeah, timeout, Wright City.
Yeah, timeout with 44 seconds to go in the quarter. That's their second charge timeout. Bowling Green leads the Wildcats 45-0 here in week 8 on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Cuda Auto Repair.
Ladies, dust off those brooms and get ready to fly. It's Witches Night Out, Saturday, October the 22nd, around the square in Bowling Green. Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique will have killer outfits that are perfect for any occasion. Grab your ghouls and join the ladies at Gypsy Soul for a spectacular good time shopping at your favorite local boutique. Gypsy Soul's 4th annual Witches Night Out, Saturday, October the 22nd, from 4 until 8 p.m. Put a little witchy gypsy in your soul at Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, just off the square in Bowling Green with the porch out front.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
45-0 Bowling Green leads. 44 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. It's 3rd and 4 for the Wright City Wildcats. They put a man in motion, pitch out to the near side.
Oh!
Almost got taken down by his own man.
Is that Dylan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually comes up limping a little bit, does Dylan Dalton after that tackle. But I think that's aided by the other man for Wright City. And we've got a injured player on the near sideline. The trainer's already, I can't even tell if it's a Wildcat or a Bobcat.
Wildcat.
So a timeout for the injury after a loss of 2. And is that, yeah, that is the back, isn't it? And he's back up and will run off the field. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. Maybe got Dylan Dalton's knee in his chest or something.
Well, Dylan had a wide receiver blocking him. And
Yeah.
he ran that kid over and then ran over the ball carrier. So great defensive play by the quarterback, Dylan Dalton.
So that'll bring up 4th down and 6 after a loss of 2 on the play. And the Wright City head coach using the injured player to talk to the officials in the middle of the field. What he could be talking about down 45-0.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, hey, they shouldn't be that mean to us.
Possibly. Now they're going to talk to Coach Chin. Are they saying running clock?
I don't know what he's saying.
It would be that would be interesting. 27 seconds to go.
That is exactly what he did. Run the clock.
So interesting week 8 here. Bowling Green has scored 45 first quarter points. They're going to run the quarter out because Bowling Green probably had enough time to score again.
Yeah, on 4th down, yeah. Maybe it was, hey, White Hat, don't let him take a timeout.
Possibly.
Yeah.
45-0 after the opening 12 minutes here from Bowling Green, which took 47 minutes. It's already almost 8 o'clock. And we're just going to the second quarter here at Bowling Green. It'll be 4th and 6 for Wright City when we come back to start the second on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Northeast Missouri Title Company, Clint Bowen Construction, and Silex Banking Company.
Kuda's Auto Repair in Farber is a full-service repair shop, offering oil changes to engine replacements and everything in between. All repairs are backed by a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Kuda's Auto Repair features Motorcraft batteries, a full line of tires and lift kits. Kuda's Auto Repair also has 24/7 towing and recovery services for all light-duty vehicles. Located at 518 South Main in Farber, Kuda's Auto Repair. Call 573-249-KUDA. That's 573-249-5832 for Kuda's Auto Repair.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Tennessee Streets in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the second quarter. Punt goes back to the Bobcat 38-yard line. So this will be their longest field that they've seen tonight. The previous was 50 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 38.
Yeah, Bowling Green comes out and looks like they're in their twin wide receiver formation, it looks like. No, not twin, but 2 wide receiver formation.
And it's a give to Starks on the far side. He's into the secondary, makes his move, gets through a man. He's still on his feet. He's gone. It's going to be a 62-yard touchdown, and that's number 6 for Marcus Starks. Touchdown Bowling Green. 11:41 to go in the half. It's 51-0 Bobcats.
I was going to say gone, but I was told last week I said that a lot. Or 2 weeks ago, I said that a lot. Yeah, that was unbelievable. Marcus got the ball to the far side of the field, cut the ball back to the linebackers, and then just flat out outran everybody. Nobody could catch him.
Say they got a little tackling issue as Niemeyer comes on for the extra point.
It's 5 touchdowns.
5 rushing, right?
Yeah.
1 receiving, right?
Yes.
6 total as that one falls short. 11:41 to go in the first half. 51-0 is the kick's no good. Come back with more first half action after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Magruder Limestone Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence are foundations of a successful sports program. The team at Clint Bowen Construction recognizes character and the mentality of local athletes as the pillars of our community. Best of luck to area sports teams this season from the team at Clint Bowen Construction in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
So you get over 40 points in the first quarter. Your first play of the second quarter, you put in for a touchdown.
62-yard out touchdown.
11:41 to go in the half. 51-0 Bowling Green leads Wright City here in week 8. Stark's on to kick it off. He's done everything tonight. Has an interception on top of the 5 rushing and 1 receiving touchdowns. Gunnar Bryant has the other TD for Bowling Green as he'll slide down at the 21-yard line.
Probably safer for him to slide.
Yep.
Number 2, Nate Womack
Yep.
receiving the kick.
Bowling Green still got all their seniors in, getting as much. Tucker Watson on the tackle. He's done pretty good in his this year in his JV play, and then has had several decent plays defensively for the Bobcats. Tucker Watson, I think he's a junior.
And those winning ticket numbers 4422884, 442.
So the Wildcats have it 1st and 10 from the 21, we'll say.
4 wide receivers and a running back this time. Shotgun.
They put a man in motion. It's a give up the gut this time, and after a gain of a couple, he's brought down at the 22, so a gain of 1. 1.5. McRoberts on the stop, or on the carry. Dane Dunn on the stop.
Dane Dunn. Looks like they're going to give him a gain of 2 maybe. So got a couple underclassmen in there. Oh, Dane may be in since Bryson is out at that linebacker position. Dane's probably in for Bryson.
And the Bobcats line up on defense. They're moving, and Gunner comes right through the line from the linebacker position and stops McRoberts for a loss of what, 6?
6 at least, yeah.
Yeah, it looks more like 7. It was 2nd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 15.
Machine was in that outside linebacker position and just crashed down when he saw the motion coming. And McRoberts had nowhere to go at all. And not many people make Machine Gunner Bryant miss.
No. Probably a handful of times or less in his high school career.
Yeah, probably.
Down to 10-16 to go here in the second quarter. And a 3rd and 15 for the Wildcats. They'll be going back to the air.
Uh-oh. In trouble.
And has to throw it out of or near the sideline.
Is that not intentional grounding?
He was still between the hash. There wasn't a Wildcat within 20 yards of that throw.
And the ball didn't go back to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, he was aiming for out of bounds and just didn't have the arm strength for it. But
well, Harrison Hunt was crashing down on him, and Harrison stood, an entire head and shoulders taller than the quarterback for the Wildcats, so I might have panicked and thrown like that too.
Yep. 10:03 to go on the incompletion. Clock stops. They'll punt again from the shadow of their own goal line. They've been on the goal line once, the center of their own end zone once. And here we go. They get the kick away.
Good kick. Not
yeah.
bad.
Bounce at the 48 across. Takes a bounce for the Wildcats.
41-yard line.
Bobcats will start the drive at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 for Bowling Green. 9:53 to go. 51-0 they lead, and it has not taken them more than 4 plays to score on any drive tonight.
Yeah, no, it's Bowling Green has pretty much had their way with this Wildcat team offensively and defensively completely. I mean, score at will pretty much, and throwing and running at any way they want. Interception on defense, couple great tackles from the Bowling Green defense.
Monroe City up on Macon 12-6 at the half. Here's a flag. That's a hold on the far side. They make the completion, but this one's going to – he breaks the tackle. I thought he was out of bounds and finally brought down, but this one's going to come back. The lineman didn't even move. Starks is still back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a flag at the other end, too.
Maybe they'll offset each other.
Yeah, but it's still going to come back.
It should, yes. If they offset it, it'll come back. I don't know where the Whitehead is. He's got to go get what that penalty is.
Yeah.
Probably personal foul down here.
Yep.
There was a bit of a slam down after the whistle, but
Yep.
you got to, and that's a case where I don't like hearing let them play, but that's kind of a let them play type deal.
It's like being called for pass or roughing the passer when you have the ball, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yes, exactly right. Referee's kind of getting his last minute. Are you sures?
Are we doing this?
Yeah. Are we sure this is what we want to call?
9:53 to go in the first half. 51-0 Bowling Green.
Because look at him. My flag is way back there, dude. We got to go all.
Yeah. So
a lot of talk here.
Yep.
Still no signal to the booth. Here he comes.
Yeah, he's going to come all the way back. It looks like the Bobcats are moving backward.
Still giving no sign to anybody as to what the penalties are.
Yeah. Well, now they're talking about this flag.
This one? Yes, that one.
Yeah. It's a hold against the Bobcats. And I think they picked up the other flag. No, 2 holds.
Personal foul.
Okay, there it is.
Against the Bobcats.
Oh, my goodness. So
how
they'll
do you-
enforce both of them. Look out. We're gonna have a 100-yard touchdown here.
How do you get? Oh goodness, that's what you get for taking so long.
Yeah.
How does Bowling Green have a personal foul way down there? What? There's nothing down there to.
Yeah.
Well, bad decision on a player.
So, and they only marked off the personal foul.
Right.
So 15-yard penalty. It's 1st and 25.
And the scoring update, Palmyra.
Here he goes.
At the end of the first quarter, Highland leads Palmyra 6-0. Of course, Palmyra still winless this season.
51-0 here. Palmyra trailing 6-0 at Highland.
Holy moly, that is a
Yeah.
first and.
So now they
36.
mark off the other 10-yard penalty for the hold. Yeah. So here we go. Look out.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. So if you're listening to me and I say gone, that's because we know what happened. Gone.
They'll come over and talk to, now they're talking to, was that Coach Sinclair?
Yeah, Coach Sinclair is getting clarification as to what in the world is happening.
So it's 1st and 36 for Bowling Green. From inside their own 15, or just outside the 15, call it the 16-yard line. And we're fully expecting an 84-yard run here.
Who are you calling, though? Number 1 or number 10?
Number 1.
Yep, good call.
He's got the ball. Oh, he's actually stopped.
Number 1, Marcus Starks on the carry for the Bobcats.
It's the first stop for the Wright City Wildcats.
It'll be 2nd and 35. Did you get 1 or 2 on the play?
Yeah, maybe 2.
All the way out to the 19, yeah.
For the Bobcats.
2nd and 26.
36.
36,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Roll out, double
Gunner's
pumps.
wide open again.
And it's intercepted. Intercepted in the middle of the field. It looked like Gunner got spun around a little bit and lost track of the ball.
Ball was thrown way behind him
Yep.
and under him.
But he couldn't recover to knock it down. And this is a big-time play for the Wildcats. I mean, it's not going to affect the outcome of this game, but definitely a confidence booster, right?
Yeah, definitely. A morale shift or a morale boost. You know that you can get the ball and you know you can stop them and make some difference.
So they'll take over at the 35-yard line of the Bobcats. Best starting field position of the night for the Wright City Wildcats. Comes with 9:11 to go in the second quarter here from Bowling Green High School. They'll wind the clock on the snap. Officials discussing things.
Yeah, Jace Eskew checked in for the Bobcats on defense. Marcus came out.
Put a man in motion. It's a pitch. Fakes the second. His knee went down, didn't it? Then he gets up and runs upfield for a gain of about 7, maybe 8. Jeremiah Davis. Dylan Dalton brought him down.
What is Davis's number?
That run was good for 8 yards.
That's 23, sorry. Second guessed myself.
8-yard gain for Davis.
Same play, except for they will reverse it this time, and brought down by Brian.
Yeah, sideshow with a tackle.
Wow. Well, he gave all that yardage and a bunch more back.
A bunch more back.
All the way back across the 40 to the Bobcat 42.
8.
Loss of
14.
Yep, 14 on the play.
Sideshow crashed in from his linebacker position, and the Wildcats ran a reverse motion to the top side of the field, and Davis gives the ball back to number 10 coming this side, and he just couldn't outrun Sideshow, and then he couldn't get his grip off of his jersey, and Sideshow just flung him down to the ground. They got 5 seconds on the play clock, so they're going to have to take a timeout.
Yep, and they do. 7:50 to go here in the second quarter. It's 51-0. Bowling Green leads Wright City. Third and a bunch coming up for the Wildcats when we come back on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Silex Banking Company wants to make your next lending experience simple and efficient. This is Michael Mudd, president of Silex Banking Company. Whether you're buying investment property, purchasing new equipment, or building a home, Silex Banking Company will put its hands-on lending staff to work for you. Open communication, low closing costs, and knowledge of the local market makes Silex Banking Company a dependable choice for all your lending needs. Silex Banking Company, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
51-0. Bowling Green leads Wright City. 7:50 to go here in the second quarter. And a 3rd and 18 is what Wright City is facing from their the Bobcat 42-yard line after an interception of Dylan Dalton.
5 wide receiver shotgun again, motion.
Bowling Green backs off the pressure.
Oh, nice.
Pass tipped and almost
good
picked
job,
off on the
Harrison.
far side. 7:45 to go as the clock stops on the incompletion to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Harrison crashed from his defensive end position and pushed through that offensive tackle that was blocking him and got his hand up to knock that ball down. And then it was almost picked off by Blaine, it looked like, on a diving attempt to catch it.
So this is how stout the Bowling Green defense has been tonight. This is your best field position. This is your best chance for a score tonight, and you're going to punt it away.
You've had 1 positive yard from this position and gave up 14.
Oh, fumbles the snap. Here comes the pressure, and he will be brought down. A turnover on downs across midfield all the way back to the 40-yard line of the Wildcats. And that's the first time we've seen that tonight.
Yeah, so muffed. I don't know if you call that
Snap.
a muff, but a bad snap to the punter. And he rolled out here to the near side of the field, and Harrison Hunt wrapped him up and then just bulldogged him into the ground.
Yeah, in the NFL, that would have been roughing the passer.
He wasn't a passer, roughing the
Well,
offensive.
he turned into
No, he turned into a
runner.
panic player.
They still would have called it. They put Starks in motion. They give it to Sideshow on the far side. First time I've called him that, and he's gone.
And
he knocked out of bounds by the last man standing for Wright City, or else Blaine would have been in for a score.
Looks like they're going to give him a 30-yard gain, but you're right. Sideshow was almost gone on that one, and the last man to stop him knocked him out after a 30-yard gain.
So it'll be first and goal for the Bobcats from about the 7-yard line. Dalton brings the play in from the near sideline. Coach Sinclair relays it. Down to 7:27, clock stopped as he was knocked out of bounds. They hurry to the line, just 5 on the play clock. Inside handoff, and Bowling Green in for the score.
Blocking up front.
Touchdown, Bowling Green.
10-yard gain.
Blaine Bryant. So he gets the touchdown anyway, just a play later. And the Bobcats are up 57-0, 7:22 to go in the first half. This has been a long first half. It was a 47-minute first quarter. And the kick is no good. Good pressure that time. And he had to rush the kick, I think, and just shanked it off the side of his foot. 7:22 to go here in this first half. 57-0 Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Cuda Auto Repair.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Bowling Green on to kick it off. Under 8 minutes to go here in the half.
Uh-oh.
And he busts it to the near side,
Still
rolls
going.
off a man. Across
Ball's
the 40,
out.
ball comes out, but it rolls out of bounds. And a nice return. That's number 2, Nate Womack.
Sideshow with the tackle to strip the ball, but you're right, it did go out of bounds, so they'll should take the ball back about 5 yards to the 45-yard line. Yeah, there you go. I don't think you can't advance the fumble that way.
No.
I don't think.
At the halftime break, Louisiana leads Van Far 28-6.
28-6, Louisiana is leading Van Far at Van Far High School. That one is at the half. We're still 7 minutes and 14 seconds away from the half, which could take us another hour and a half. First and 10 for the Wildcats. And they'll take it up the gut. Ball's out. Still all loose.
There goes Brandon.
He got it.
He's gone.
He's picked it up, and it's going to be a scoop and score for Brandon Gam. Unbelievable night for the Bowling Green Bobcats. Everyone's starting to get in on the fun. A defensive score for Bowling Green, 7:02 to go. That takes it to 63-0, and we're not to the midway point of the quarter yet.
That ball popped out here, and Sideshow was crawling on his belly to try to get it, and Brandon comes in and scooped it up in about mid-stride, and then you're not going to catch B. Gam on an outright sprint. It's just not going to happen.
And he is thanking Bryant for not picking that ball up.
You're probably right.
Because he has had a couple of sure interceptions tonight go in through his hands.
Yeah.
And now he gets the scoop and score, and This one is up. Best kick we've seen tonight as far as contact, but it's no good. He pushed it. So 63-0. 7:02 to go in the half. Bowling Green extends on the defensive side of the ball here in Week 8 on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Northeast Missouri Title Company, Clint Bowen Construction, and Silex Banking Company. Magruder Limestone Company is locally owned and operated, located throughout communities across Missouri. Magruder Limestone Company, with quarries in Troy, Frankfort, Foley, Ashley, and Silex, provide the Pike and Lincoln County area with high-quality limestone aggregates. Since 1969, Magruder Limestone Company has grown substantially and continues to increase production each year. Magruder Limestone Company, a proud sponsor of area sports.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Well, our producer, Chris, back at the station, is fined you $2,500 for saying gone. 63-0. Bowling Green leads Wright City here in Week 8. 7:02 to go in the first half.
We should talk about fines. They should be reasonable. Good Lord.
This one into the end zone.
For a touchback, Wildcats will start their drive at the 20-yard line with 7:02 to play.
Yeah, that deserved to go on. That was gone. That deserved it. Like I told you when we were on that commercial, as soon as I saw him running into Scoop, I was like, oh, that is out of here if he picks it clean. And he sure did.
I was going to set it at 25,000, but I reduced it to 2,500.
Good
or 10% if
yeah.
you want to bond out of that.
Yeah, good. I'll have to bond out.
63-0. Bowling Green leads.
10% of surety allowed.
Yeah.
5 wide receivers for the Wildcat formation
all
again.
night long.
Showing blitz.
They recognize the coaches do from the far sideline. Pressure coming. He slings it out. It's caught on the far side and run out of bounds. And again, the refs letting that contact go through all the way to the ground. So they're going to give him about 8. Gain of 8 on the play.
I can't even hardly see his number with these binoculars.
Oh, they're terrible. Pale yellow
maybe
on white, trimmed in blue. These and the North Callaway whites,
yes,
are the
very
hardest
hard
in the conference to read. They put a man in motion on 2nd down and 8, and he gets around the corner. Flag comes out. It's going to be a hold. This one's going to come back. The flag is at the 25-yard line. 6:11 to go in the half. Dwamick Roberts.
Holding for sure. Good call.
Holding against the Wildcats.
So that'll take it back to the 15-yard line?
It'll be
10
from
yards from the spot. Yep. So all the way back to the 15. And that's just killed Wright City. Every time they get a play or they do something right, there comes a hold or a big loss, and they're behind the sticks again. So it's still 2nd down and 15. Empty backfield. He's throwing, slings it out to the far side. It's caught. He'll get the 5 yards back, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Same thing to that. Just a little bubbles screen. That wide receiver on that far side there just kind of steps back, catches the ball.
Blaine Bryant knocked him out of bounds. They give him 4, so it's 3rd and 11.
Yeah, but that's not going to be enough to make anything happen. I mean, it's positive yards, but
yeah. 5:30 with the clock running.
3rd down and 11.
They've gone a little more high percentage, at least. Kept the clock moving. Keep it on the ground this time. Cut back after a reverse.
Oh!
Big hit. He bounces off of
Got to
Bryant's
wrap
hit,
up. That's
and
a
he's
touchdown.
over on the far side. They're not going to get him. All the way upfield, and this is going to be an 85-yard touchdown, and no flags on the play.
Yeah, great hit by Blaine, but you got to wrap up number 10 on the run for.
Touchdown run for the Wildcats.
That might bring him back to about even in yardage.
Yeah.
It makes our score Bobcats 63, Wildcats 6.
Bowling Green has not given up many touchdowns on the varsity level this season.
They have not. Oh, going for the kick.
And it is good. So with 5:04 to go in the half, make it 63-7. Bowling Green leading Wright City. This is Week 8 football. Well, flag. Just decline it and go on. We'll take a break. Come back with more first half action after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Magruder Limestone Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy, conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
A second false start. The first penalty was a false start.
So the kick is, they got a re-kick.
Yep.
And here we're re-kicking, and we got another.
So now they're going to have to kick. It's going to end up being
We're at
a 30-yard kick if he gets it through. It's from the 20.
At the 13, 23 plus 7. So, yeah, about a 30-yard kick.
Yep. The holder is right at the 20. Add 10 yards for the end zone. Kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah, there you go.
63-7. Our score, 5:04 to go.
I shouldn't erase that. I should have left it
Yeah.
and just seen what happened. But
Good on him.
yeah, that was a good kick.
And good on McRoberts to absorb that hit from Blaine Bryant at the line and take it all the way to the house for, what was that, 85 yards?
85 yards, yep. We probably need to tell the producer also for my gone fine that I'm getting. Apparently there's been a fund started.
A
for me
GoFundMe?
to help me pay my fines as long as Bowling Green keeps scoring. So thank you,
Yeah.
Roger, for your help.
But Brendan said he needs car money. 63-7, our score. South Shelby is leading Centralia 12-7. A lot of low scoring first halves.
Not here.
No.
Not here. We had a pretty high scoring first quarter.
Yep.
I'm running out of scoring summaries on my.
Well,
I'm going to score.
Yeah,
I'm going to
I printed some more sheets there.
Going to sheet 2.
Thought maybe we'd make it to the second half before you'd have to implement sheet 2, but
not tonight.
Nope. I think Bowling Green may score 1 or 2 more here before the half. I think that's their. Is that their first half high? Is 70 points?
I don't. Yeah.
It's low 70s.
Well, there's 5:04 left here in this first half, so
we could be here till midnight.
Looks like this is an onside kick attempt, which makes 0 sense in high school football against Bowling Green that's currently beating you 63-7.
Yep. We're going to have.
That is beautiful.
Yep. They've got a great kicker, and the onside kick is caught.
Onside kick is recovered.
Wow.
By the Wildcats.
So the Wildcats trying to get it back here.
That was a beautiful onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling Green's kick return kind of just watched the ball. It was so beautiful. It was like they were watching
Majestic.
it. Yeah, it's like, wow, look at that. Should I get it? And by the time they made a decision, the Wildcat streaker down there was way up in the air to catch that ball.
So there is a delay here. And I think they're going to penalize the Wildcats for something, because the head referee was talking with the Wright City coach.
False
start. Wow. So I'm guessing it's whoever caught the ball left early.
Well, then it's a re-kick, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't understand why they still have the ball marked at the 40-yard line.
Well, in Wright City's defense is out here.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm not really sure what's happening either.
Unless a false start, does that just constitute a change of possession?
Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, it is Bowling Green's ball and should not be.
Yeah. It's very interesting. 5 minutes even to go. 63-7. The penalty negates probably the best onside attempt we've seen.
That's probably the best high school onside kick I've ever seen. That's why the offsides I get, but it should be a re-kick, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. They're still just talking about it. And now they'll blow the whistles, and Bowling Green will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40.
I now know what happened. Thank you, Coach. Dylan's got the ball up
and
the middle.
Tripped up
after
across
15
the
yards.
50 to the 45 of the Wildcats.
They called that an illegal procedure because the ball didn't touch the ground after the kick.
Ah.
So that's why it's Bowling Green's ball.
So he didn't kick it into the ground and bounce it up like that.
Well, he had to have, but I guess it has. I don't know. It didn't hit the ground here.
Yeah, I think he just kicked it in the air.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Thinking that it would bounce at some point and they'd pick it up.
And it did not.
Yeah. Pitch out to the near side. Starks finding room. He's gone. How about that?
Anybody.
All the way, 44 yards. And another touchdown for Marcus. He's been in the end zone 7 times.
Yeah, that was a pitch out here to the left side, and he kind of cuts the ball pretty close to the offensive line, and then just bounces out here towards the sideline. Once he got far enough out, nobody could keep up with him.
Is number 25, Dane Dunn. Number 8,
Dane Dunn.
On the hold.
Try and kick it through. Good hold, good kick, but pushed it again. So the score stands at 69-7. Bowling Green, 4:20 to go in the half. Starks in the end zone for number 7. More first half football coming up on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank & Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank & Trust app today. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
4:20 to go in the second quarter. 69-7. Bowling Green leads Wright City. Mark Front and Chris Grody back here at Bowling Green High School. We'll be seeing this Wright City team again next week on Eagle 102 as Louisiana hosts the Wildcats for week 9.
Bowling Green travels to North Callaway.
Should be interesting next week, the matchup between Wright City and the Louisiana Bulldogs, who lead in the first half, or at halftime. They led Van Far at Van Far in a low-scoring first half as they get it to the far side and cut down from behind, but all the way to midfield is Caden Allison.
Sideshow's got the ball. Blaine Bryant has the ball. I mean, I get maybe he ran out of bounds we couldn't see, but Blaine clearly has the football.
They're going to mark him out. They're going to say he went out about 8 yards prior to that.
Yeah, Blaine came in behind him with kind of that punch from behind to get the ball, and I don't know if it just popped out as they went out of bounds or what, but they marked him out at the 43. 44, 43, and Blaine was up here at the 45 with the ball.
Yeah. So he must have stepped out before anything like that happened. So the Wildcats, who scored on their last possession, take over 1st and 10. Pretty good field position. Pump fake, puts it up, far sideline. It's overthrown, and it is intercepted. Drew Dalton with the pick with 4:02 to go, and Bowling Green gets it back, leading 69-7. Jones was the intended target, but that was well past him, and Bowling Green's done a really good job recognizing an overthrow early and putting them in position to be the receiver instead of the D-back.
Well, and they've done a good job of making us look like, at least me, looking like I don't know what I'm talking about because we talk about Bowling Green in their pass as one of their weak points, and they've got 2 interceptions, but quite frankly should probably have 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So they've done a really good job of covering the pass tonight. I think they've certainly watched some film.
Yep. On 1st and 10, into the secondary is Starks, and he is on the run now. One man to beat. Takes it at the 20, cut back.
Oh, he's still
gets
going.
Away and finally tripped up at the 15-yard line. Wow. That may be his best run tonight, and he doesn't get a touchdown.
And he doesn't get a touchdown.
So the Bobcats deep into Wildcat territory. Marcus comes off. I don't know if maybe that's.
He had a 60-yard run, and the most impressive is he's kind of giving the guy here a little head juke, and then he cuts inside and almost makes both guys miss him.
Here's Blaine on the carry, cuts it upfield, and he is in for the score. Blaine Bryant for 15. And it's 75-7, Bowling Green with 3:15 still to go in the half.
Were they calling that a 15-yard?
Yep. Bryant and the Bobcats back in the end zone. And they're 3/4 of the way to the century mark tonight.
I gotta find my flashlight here so I can see to write
Kick
this.
is this time good. 76-7. Bowling Green leads with 3:15 to go in the first half. This is Week 8 football, and a flag on the play. The lineman stayed put and said, do we have to stay for this? And he said, no, it's going to count. The extra point is good. They'll enforce whatever it was. A personal foul against Wright City. So 76-7. Back with more first half football after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Cuda Auto Repair.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102, brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
So they'll enforce the personal foul.
Think you'll get it through from here? I bet he tries.
I bet he does try. Starks on to kick it off from the Wright City 45-yard line. 3:15 to go in the half, and the Bobcats up on the Wildcats 76-7. Here it goes.
It might be.
It's close. It's short.
No.
Lands in the end zone, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Did you see Marcus? Marcus threw down his mouthpiece. He thought he had it. He's, gosh, darn it.
5 yards short. So the Bobcats go to work on defense. Last Wright City possession ended in a interception. Senior night been pretty good to Bowling Green tonight.
It has been really good to a lot of seniors here, a lot of juniors too, for that matter. A couple sophomores out there. Jace playing on defense. Dane Dunn playing on defense. Those are sophomores.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden Grody's out there now.
They put a man in motion on first down, running up the gut. And
machine gunner on the tackle.
Yep. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock running, down to 3 minutes to go in the half.
If they would outline their numbers in black, I could at least see.
Yeah, but they don't.
Who ran that ball?
And we want to wish good luck to the cross-country teams as they compete.
Let's say McRoberts.
Eastern Missouri Conference title at North Callaway.
So,
good luck to the cross-country teams. We're all rooting.
2nd and 7. Again, they put a man in motion.
That's certainly.
Yep, it's 8 on the far side, and he's taken for a loss.
Number 8,
Drayden Edwards with a loss of 8. Jace Heskew.
Number 8, Jace Eskew for the Bobcats.
So that's
loss of about 6.
8 tackling 8 there, isn't it?
8 tackling 8.
Play, it's 3rd down and
Third.
Great
for the Wildcats.
And 12.
Poet didn't know it.
Yeah. We're going to do nothing but puns in the second half. Just stay tuned.
Yeah, it's going to get fantastic. We'll have a little bit of singing coach up here.
Yeah. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. First half that's taken over an hour and a half. And nothing doing.
Nothing doing.
On 3rd down and 12. So 4th and 11. They'll give them 1. Minute 35 to go.
Maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, that was a new runner, Gavin McCord. Harrison Hunt and Gunnar Bryant on the stop. Late arriving punt team. And now Bowling Green has a player coming off. Sands helmet. Charlton.
Jackson Charlton's got. Yeah, he might be sick because the crowd down here parted the way for it completely.
So they'll do an injury, or the Bowling Green just call a timeout with a minute 4 to go.
Called the timeout.
So we'll take one too. 76-7. Bowling Green leads Wright City here in Week 8 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Northeast Missouri Title Company, Clint Bowen Construction, and Silex Banking Company.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Well, the punt gets away after the timeout, and Bowling Green will let it drop. And it'll be down at the 44-yard line of the Bowling Green Bobcats. 50 seconds to go as they finally down it. 49 on the clock. 76-7 Bowling Green. Let's do one more.
Yeah, why not at this point? I wouldn't, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go out here in victory formation at this point. It's only halftime, and let your JV get some runs in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, I mean, everybody talks about Bowling Green being untested, but Mark, Bowling Green is a very, very solid football team. Yeah, they're going to run into some some more talent, but they're going to have to be able to stop Bowling Green and get past their defense. They might be in a kneel down.
Yep, they are. They will take a knee. They'll have to do it one more time. 76-7, our score. I think that's a first half record. I'm not 100% on that.
There's the second
There's
kneel.
the second one. That'll wrap up the first half of this ball game. As the final seconds tick away, Bowling Green will head to the locker room, leading the Wright City Wildcats 76-7. Big first half for Marcus Starks.
Wow.
The Bryants also had some highlights. We'll take a break and start the halftime show for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and the Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
We're at the half here in week number 8, and the Bowling Green Bobcats on senior night lead the Wright City Wildcats 76-7. And those 7 points for Wright City came after a huge hit by Blaine Bryant that somehow McRoberts bounced off of and ended up taking 60 yards for their score. But other than that, pretty solid effort by the Bowling Green Bobcats, and Marcus Starks 6 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. He also has an interception to really fuel this Bobcat attack. 76-7 after 2 quarters. Some other scores from around the area, and some of these may have a little bit of age on them as we're well behind the rest of the area as far as reaching halftime. Mark Twain got a touchdown from on a Connor Eckler touchdown pass to Miller. That at the time made it 14-8. At the half, it was 26-8. South Callaway leading the Mark Twain Tigers, and that's kind of Mark Twain wasn't off to a bad start, but they've kind of gotten cold the last couple weeks. As of course they faced Bowling Green last week, and now South Callaway this week. But they were in the mix there for a while for a pretty good finish in the EMO conference, but now have fallen behind North Callaway for that second spot and are kind of middling there with the Wright Cities of the world now. South Shelby at half leads Centralia 12-7. Of course, district championship softball that you heard earlier on Eagle 102, the Silex Lady Owls, going to take on Salisbury on Wednesday, and that'll, I believe, be at Salisbury because Silex hosted the district as the Lady Owls beat the Clopton Lady Hawks 6-2. But what a first year coaching for the Bowling Green grad. Gabby Dieters took over that Clopton team and really elevated their performance from the last couple of years and had them playing for a district championship. Other games, Hannibal leading Marshall. This tweet has a little age on it as well. 43-7 was the last check on that one, with the Pirates ahead. And Scotland County leading Paris 6-0 at the half. It was Louisiana leading at Van Far at the half. I think that was 12-6. So we'll try and get some updates on those games as well as we continue through halftime here. It's the Bowling Green Bobcats 76 and the Wright City Wildcats 7. We'll have first half stats for you after this on Eagle 102.
District softball coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Cuda Auto Repair.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354 or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Here it's 76-7, Bowling Green leading Wright City at the half. About 10 minutes to go before we start quarter number 3. And listen to this halftime score.
Okay.
North Callaway, which is number 2 in the conference, 28.
Okay.
Montgomery County, 28.
Ooh. Yeah, so if you're a Bowling Green fan, you're wanting Montgomery County to win that football game.
Yeah. That is a heck of a first half of football is what that is, and probably a pretty fun game happening.
Well, that's normal football.
And that's in Kingdom City, so that's a road game for the Montgomery County Wildcats, and Bowling Green will take on North Callaway next week. So 1 versus 2, and I think that's pretty much 1 versus 2, regardless of what transpires tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Because they've got a game lead on 3rd place, I believe, as well. But what a first half for Marcus Starks and the Bowling Green Bobcats. Let's take a look at some of those first half numbers.
Yeah, so for the Bowling Green Bobcats, Marcus Starks has 9 carries for 222 yards, averaging 24.6 this game. 6 rushing touchdowns, 1 reception for 20 yards with a touchdown. So Marcus Starks has 7 touchdowns on the day, on the evening, and he's got 240 total yards in the first half.
Wow.
Yeah. That goes on down to Sideshow. Blaine Bryant has got 5 carries for 90 yards. He's averaging 18 yards a carry and 1 touchdown. Machine Gunner Bryant has got 1 reception for 38 yards and a touchdown, but he has also 2 two-point conversions receiving. And then Dylan Dalton passing tonight is 3 for 6 for 78 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. And if you were wondering, that's an NFL quarterback rating of 95.833.
All right.
I go over to the Wildcats, and really the biggest thing to talk about for the Wildcats is their number 10, Dwan McRoberts, and he has got 10 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. The Wright City quarterback is 2 for 14. 2 for 14. Can't read because it's so dark in here. I'm sorry. Let me get my flashlight back on. He's 2 for 14 with 2 picks and a total yardage of negative 10 yards.
So
passing.
Yeah, and Bowling Green has now outscored just their conference competition by 388 points this season.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive for high school. That's impressive for any football.
Yeah, and as it stands at half, North Callaway is in second place with a plus 63. So that just shows you how dominant Bowling Green is. As now they're plus 388 in conference games alone this year, and they also scored 70 plus in both those non-conference games. Isn't that right? Against Palmyra and
yes.
St. Mary's.
Palmyra was.
It was 60 plus.
It was 60
I think
plus,
it was And then they had 70 plus in that game at or against St. Mary's Academy. 76-6, they lead Wright City. 4.5 minutes to go before the teams come back on the field as we continue this Week 8 Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM.
District softball coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Northeast Missouri Title Company, Clint Bowen Construction, and Silex Banking Company.
Cellular & Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular & Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high-interest rate CD, or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
I think I'd accidentally given the first quarter score instead of the halftime score, and the half it was 28-6, Louisiana leading Van Far. So the Louisiana Bulldogs looking for another win here in Week 8. That would probably help their district numbers a little bit.
Sure.
You're trying to improve now. The first 3 quarters of the season were about winning conferences and stuff. Now it's time to improve your district seeding position, it looks like Bowling Green's going to have a number 1 seed coming up and probably an opening round bye. So things looking good, and I think that week could be really beneficial to Bowling Green as far as a postseason run, just getting themselves all those nicks and stuff healed up.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about buys going into if this was a season where Bowling Green was, scratching the surface to win these football games, I think I'd agree with you. If these are games that were decided by 2 points or 3 points or fewer, I think I'd be like, yeah, we probably need a break.
Yeah.
But I think these guys want to play.
Yeah.
I think they want to play. They want to play. They want to play. They want to play. Because for some of these guys, it may be their last year of playing football,
Uh-huh.
and that's a hard concept to accept at times. But
Marcus has his helmet on. I'm wondering.
But for some of these guys, it is not their last year of playing football. Some of these will go on and play another year or two of football, another several years of football.
Yeah. Now, Dylan Dalton has his flak jacket undone, so I don't think he's going to play
I don't know.
anymore.
He's coming. It's halftime. He probably undoes that to give himself a little bit of relief, kind of let that go. We'll see if he buckles it back up here pretty quick. And he played a lot of the first half Ironman football. He played offense and defense.
Yeah, and he came up a little lame on one defensive play. He took it better than the other guy who got the wind knocked out. I think that's what happened was he got a knee up into the guy's chest when they landed. And that hurts both sides. I know just in a no-pads tackle game, I broke a couple ribs on a 350-pounder by him landing on top of me and my knees. So, it hurts.
I broke a couple ribs at the ripe age of 43 at the trampoline park. So be careful what you do as you age.
Yeah. That's why I don't do much anymore.
I was trying to show the kids how to do it right, and then I broke a toe and 3 ribs. It was horrible.
I've never been a trampoline guy, so.
Well, as you can guess by my statement and injuries, nor have I.
Yeah.
It was fun, though.
I've never been a diving board guy. I've never been a trampoline guy. I stick to, safe sports like hockey.
Yeah, whatever. That ain't safe at all.
76-7, Bowling Green leads as we head toward the second half. This is the Eagle 102 halftime report.
District softball coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Magruder Limestone Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
76-7 after 2 quarters of play, ready for a quick moving running clock second half here at Bowling Green High School after a 2-hour first half and halftime. We could use that running clock now.
I don't know what's happened. Why has it been so long?
Well, one team scores a lot, and the other team passes a lot.
Stop clock.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of incompletions that stopped the clock in the first half.
And a bunch of penalties.
A bunch of penalty flags, yeah. So Bowling Green is going to get the kick to start the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see that first-team offense, or at least pieces of it, on this drive. Marcus Starks. Sixth in the all-time first half points list. That includes Caden Jenkins is third on that list.
Third.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Between the touchdowns and the 2-point conversions, 44, which is sixth best ever for a first half of football in the state. That's pretty good. And to have 2 Bobcats in the top 10.
Yeah, I'd make fun of the statistic nerd over here, but I'm the guy that's got to keep all the statistics. So I'm not going to make fun of nobody.
You were feeding him too, those statistics.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just can we like delete that I even said it? Darn it. Oh well.
12 minutes on the clock. 76-7. Bowling Green leads here in Week 8. We'll see Wright City again next week at Louisiana. Louisiana led Van Far 28-7 at the half. We'll see if we got an update on that ball game. 36-6 actually is the score now, with Louisiana ahead.
Yeah, Louisiana is a young team, but they're not untalented.
No, and all credit to Kenny McCormick for what he's done at the quarterback position, but he's not a quarterback. I mean, if they found a true quarterback, that team could take that next jump. I mean, Kenny has done a fantastic job in the position he's been put in.
Yeah,
and
sure.
he's actually been splitting time back there. I'm not sure who they went with this week, but Kenny would be better served as a halfback or a fullback. You know, someone running in through the line.
Well, that's hard on a team to switch back and forth
Yeah.
between quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going for another onside kick here.
And it goes to it's out, and they're going to get it. Wright City recovers the onside kick, and this time they will get to keep it at their own 48-yard line.
Bounced right off of a Bobcat's chest.
And because it didn't go 10 yards, but since Bowling Green fielded it.
Yeah, that makes it a live ball.
Yep. And they did some trickery. They approached the ball like they were going to kick it toward us, and then he ran around the ball, and I'm surprised no one moved that time.
That ball hits that chest plate on your shoulder pads, and you can't control it very well. You know, that's why they tell receivers to catch with your hands or your fingers, but it looks like it just bounced off the shoulder pads, and like you said, the Wildcats pick it up, and they've got the ball.
Uh-oh, confusion. They're going to lose yardage.
A lot of yards.
Back to the 45. 3-4 yards. Yep, it'll be 2nd and 14.
44 was the ball carrier.
Number 44, Gavin
McCorn, he's had a couple of carries tonight. Devin Rue on the stop, as well as a number of other Bobcats.
Yeah, it looked like 44 and the quarterback for Wright City just ran into each other. And with this extremely aggressive defensive front, you know, Ryan Bowen, Devin Rue, and those guys, you just can't afford any mess-ups like that.
So 2nd and 14. And they're going to lose yardage again. Another yard, as McCord just can't get through the line.
Number 44, Gavin McCord again on the carry.
So I will, and it does look like Dylan Dalton is done. He never did back up his pads or anything, but if you're going for an onside kick, again down 76-7 to start the second half, you're just begging for the first team offense to come back out the next series.
Yeah, you're probably right a little bit, kind of trying to rub it in the face of the team a little bit, but 76 points is a lot to come back in a half with a running clock.
Yeah.
When you've got a total of 75 yards offense.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And most of that came on one play.
One play.
Yep. To the far side, no gain again. And that'll be 4th and 15. McCord on the run. So 3 McCord runs, for -5 yards. And we're down to 9:44 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson Charlton on the stop that time.
Juicy J on the Juicy J and Teddy Bear making a tackle.
So 4th and 16 it looks like. And they'll punt it away. Is this a different guy punting?
They're in shotgun.
Oh, they are, aren't they? Yeah, they are. They're going for it.
Yep.
So,
5.
yeah, he kicked.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a...
I thought it was kind of a deep shotgun.
That's actually a pretty neat punt formation. If nothing else is working for you, you know, just line up and kick the tar out of it from your quarterback position.
So under 9 minutes, Bowling Green will take over 1st and 10.
Dylan is suited up.
Yep, he did. I think this completely has something to do with that onside kick.
Well, here's Andrew Niemeyer. He's a senior. He's going out. So it looks like this may be an all-senior offensive set here.
Yeah, because Blaine came out.
Well, Harrison is out there. So nearly an all-senior set.
As much as you can. I think they had, 10?
Dylan's telling the ref something. Yeah. Hey, watch this play.
Yeah. We're going to make a lineman eligible on this one.
Yeah. I'm going to throw this ball to the moon. Watch.
Down to 8:05 to go. 10 on the play clock. And they're going to let it roll all the way down and take a timeout.
Timeout on the field. Timeout charge to the Bobcats.
The clock is still running, by the way. 76-7, our score. We'll take a quick break. More third quarter action after this on KJFM.
District Championship softball coverage on Eagle 102 Sports. Brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, McDingers, Forrest Keeling Nursery, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Mike Henry Excavating.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
So a nice moment there for Bowling Green fans, as that's all they did was sent the seniors out to basically have their Pujols and Molina moment be called back off with the timeout, and a nice ovation from the home crowd here, as that's the last time they'll see their seniors at home.
Yes.
In a regular season game.
In a regular season.
Yes. We'll definitely be back here in week 2 of districts. And hopefully a few more games after that. Give on first down. Easton Orff into the secondary, and he's into Wildcat territory all the way out to the 46-yard line. That may be the most dominant run we've seen out of Easton Orff.
Yeah, good 20-yard, 22-yard run for Easton on his first attempt for today. Just straight up the gut dive. Just fast powerhouse running out of him. That's a great run.
You could see the power in those strides as he busted into the secondary of this Wright City defense.
He's fast. He is unbelievably fast and fearless when running the ball.
Yeah. Big, thick legs, too.
Yeah.
76-7. Powerful. And they take it up the gut again, a gain of about 5. Dane Dunn. It'll be 2nd and 5. Down to the 42-yard line.
So this is basically the JV team for Bowling Green here. And you're going to see a fairly impressive set of offense runs out of this, out of these kids.
2nd down. Looks like they only gave him 4, but we'll still call it 5. Down to 5:05 to go here in the third quarter. As Jace brings the play in from the near sideline. Askey joins the huddle. Down to 13 on the play clock. They're taking their time. The center's out there. Now they get everyone else set. Down to 6 on the play clock. get the play away. It's a give to Buffington on the far side. He was trying to find that edge, run out of bounds after a nice gainer and a first down run for number 26, Chase Buffington, the 5'3" freshman.
Yeah, he's fast. Also another fearless player, fearless runner.
All the way down to the 25-yard line of the Wildcats, down to 4:20 to play in the third quarter. As Jay Saskew brings the play from the near sideline. They're making him run a long way. Get him a little closer to the line. Down to 12 on the play clock as they break the huddle. They get to the line with 8. And it's another run. On the near side, breaking one tackle. And they tried to strip the ball. Not happening, and he's taken down at the 20, a gain of 5.
Buffy again?
Yep. 76-7 our score. Bowling Green up here in the third quarter. This is going to take the Bobcats to 6-0 in the conference, 8-0 on the year. Yeah, Bowling Green softball in action tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock or 10:45 pregame and 11 o'clock first pitch here on Eagle 102 in the district championship against the Fulton Lady Hornets. They beat Mexico in the semifinal 5-1 yesterday. Silex has won a district championship over Clopton, and right down near the marker, I think he's going to be about a half-yard short. Be third and inches. So Bowling Green just content here with the JV offense in there to keep the clock moving. As they're eating up, 5 yards plus a carry.
Yeah, the JV team here for Bowling Green is also,
they'd be starters on other teams.
They're also a very athletic group of kids, very talented group of kids. Bowling Green will be tough again next year, and that's what I think a lot of people may not realize. They may think, Bowling Green's graduating a lot of kids. There's a lot of underclassmen coming up that are very good football players.
They just have seniors in front of them right now.
Right. Jace keeps the ball. Good pitch to Dane.
On the option. And
got the first for
sure.
Sure.
He did. After the whistle, Wright City tried to jump on the ball that he left sitting there. But it is a first down. He kind of jammed his knee into the turf a little bit there after he was tripped up. Down to 1:47 to go. 1st and 10 from the 11 for the Bobcats.
Well, don't be mistaken. Dane Dunn is a very tough kid.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of tough breaks in sports, but he's always bounced back and always been very good player. Football, baseball, everything.
Put a receiver wide to the far side, but I think they'll keep it on the ground here on 1st and 10 from the 11. Inside handoff and fighting down to the 10 for a gain of 1 is Dane Dunn. He's 2nd and 9.
Got that ball up front and tried to fight through a couple big defensive linemen and just maybe got that yard. But a lot of teams, you might have gotten nothing out of that.
Yeah,
so.
Or a loss.
Yeah.
I know it would have been a loss against his own defense.
Yes, it sure would have been.
So 2nd and 9 from the 10-yard line of the Wildcats, final minute of the third quarter.
Yeah, gone quick.
Receivers to each side here on 2nd and 9. Askew under center. Hand off. And Dunn fighting for yards. Ball comes out, but he was
a touchdown.
Across the goal line. A touchdown for Dunn. A 10-yard score to extend the Bowling Green lead to 82-7. In the final minute of this third quarter, and
I know we talked just a little bit about it, but this JV team has scored against almost every varsity team they played against.
Time is expired on the third quarter, so they'll run this extra point play, and then we'll head to the fourth. 82-7. And they're going to try and kick the extra point again.
I feel sorry for you having to read my chicken scratch.
Kick is up, and it is good. 83-7. Bowling Green leads after 3 quarters here in Week 8 on KJFM.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Magruder Limestone Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the 4th quarter, the Bowling Green kick team lined up on the wrong 40-yard line as they didn't realize the quarter had ended.
I said they were talented. I didn't say they know where to go.
83-7, Bowling Green leads here at the start of the 4th quarter. Dane Dunn for 10 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, Easton Orff started that off with a real big, strong run, and then Chase Buffington came in with a handful of really good gaining yards, 5, 10-yard runs at a time. And then Dane Dunn, like you said, finished that off with a 10-yard run where he kind of got slung tackled back into the end zone. But they've done a really good job, this junior varsity team coming in and moving the ball against maybe a varsity team. It looks like Wright City has some, maybe their JV kids in now.
Yeah. So we'll get to meet them as this one, Orff kicks it off, and a pretty good one out to the 15-yard line, returnable. And into the secondary, and is that the kicker, Orff, on the far side that wrapped him up? And
couldn't see.
I believe get some help.
Oliver Niemeyer was a freshman, had a really good shot down here. Just kind of overran the ball carrier, and sometimes it's hard to adjust that that angle of pursuit. And Oliver came in. It was Oliver come in on that backside.
Yeah.
That was the big kid. He's big for freshman, and he come in and kind of finished that tackle off. Here he is coming at us, number 3.
And Wright City will take over at their own 40-yard line. And we're down to 11:18 to go in the ball game. Bobcats, as they left the tee on the field.
Happens occasionally.
83-7, our score. Louisiana leading. Still 36-6, but they're into the 4th quarter.
See some end arounds here from this under center. That's what we've seen them and be somewhat successful. Here it is right here to this side.
Yep. Cut it back a little sooner that time, right at the line of scrimmage, and he may fall forward for a half yard.
Yeah, Dane Dunn, it looked like in on that. No, maybe not Dane. Who was the linebacker there?
Gave him a full, well, close to a full yard. They'll set it on.
Yeah, Dane Dunn and Easton Orff both in on that tackle. I thought that was double D, but I wasn't for sure.
Down to 10:18 to play, 20 on the play clock. Wright City huddling up now. They come to the line with 13 on the play clock. And the give is up the middle and stopped right at the line of scrimmage again. It'll fall forward for another yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 8.
It's almost a misdirection. They bring that running back from the tight end position in motion. The quarterback turns like he's giving it to him on the end around, but then he gives it to the deep halfback going the opposite way. It's actually a pretty neat design misdirection, but again, you're playing a very aggressive Bowling Green style defense, whether it's JV or varsity. They practice the same, they get beat up the same, and they're gonna play you the same.
scoring update coming from Highland High School.
And on 3rd and 8.
And around to the opposite side.
Yep. Chased
Easton.
out. Orff got an arm on him, slowed him down enough. He'll end up getting a couple of yards, but it's going to be 4th and 5 from the 45-yard line.
I think that's where this team is going to benefit immensely from Easton Orff. He's very good at running the ball, but he has an unbelievable ability to get to the ball hard. He's fast already, but when he gets to the ball, he delivers punishing tackles most of the time. And again, that's kind of a misjudgment on him where he gets that arm on him just because he underran that angle a little bit. But, yeah, he's going to be something to watch in the future for sure.
Down to 5 on the play clock and a timeout taken by the Wildcats. They trail Bowling Green 83-7. 4th and 5 coming up with 8.5 minutes to play in the ball game on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
I have 2 district championship softball games tomorrow. Bowling Green against Fulton at 10:45 pregame, and that'll be followed by Ellsbury taking on top seed Monroe City. So a full Saturday of softball here on Eagle 102, and then next week we'll have a sectional softball on Wednesday between Silex and Salisbury, and our high school football game of the week a week from tonight will be Louisiana hosting the same Wright City Wildcats. This one bounces at the 30 on a punt.
That kid's kicked the best 2 punts we've seen for Wright City so far.
83-7, Bowling Green gets the ball back with just under 7 to play. And this may be the last drive of the ball game.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Excuse me.
Take over inside their own 25 at the 24. Pretty good Wright City bounce on that punt. As all the seniors just sitting on the bench together. Well, not all the seniors, but they're all huddled around the bench.
It's probably warmer that way.
I don't think they have warmers on that bench.
They do not. They do not. Bowling Green, I think, letting the clock run a little bit here.
Yeah.
Coach is giving Jace the play now. He's running in looking at the play clock.
Yeah, down to 10 on the play clock and 6:05 on the game clock. They rush to the line. And 3 on the play clock. They get it off. And it's Orff again, and he's tripped up as he crosses the 27-yard line. He'll get to the 28.
Yeah, good run for Easton. He was that close to
breaking
a big play.
Call it a 5-yard run. He's 2nd and 5 with 5:40 to go. They're just taking care of 5-yard chunks.
Well, I mean, when the clock is running, that's really all you need them to do at this point,
Yep.
Open all feeds, grades 6 through 12 until 11 p.m. tonight.
Jason, coach down here. There's really not even a discussion. It's really more of just a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets to this point, they're going to take a timeout this time.
I don't think they will.
Or a 5-yard penalty. Nope, they took a timeout. 5:05 to go. Actually, the clock's still running, even though they took the timeout. 83-7. Take a quick timeout as well here. This is Week 8 football on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Cuda Auto Repair.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, Visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
So they have decided that even during timeouts, the clock will continue to run here. So we're down to 4:11 to play, 4:10. And the team's yet to take the field. Now they'll reset the play clock. And he hasn't even signaled for it to start running yet. So we're under 4 minutes to play now. Wright City the first to come back on the field. And now the Bobcats do as well.
Yeah, I've never seen a play clock or a clock run during a timeout.
Yeah, I think that's what was discussed in the first half. Hey, second half, we're not stopping this thing for anything.
Maybe.
83-7, Bowling Green leading.
About a third of the team for Bowling Green is lined up here at the 50-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, they're already waiting to shake hands.
Yeah.
That looks like the handshake line.
It's slap hands.
Slap hands, okay.
Water boy.
Yeah. So on a second and 5, here's another first down run. They whistle it dead, and a flag comes out.
We're not stopping the clock during timeouts, but we're going to throw flags.
Oh, my goodness. So the clock will continue to run while they discuss the severity of this latest infraction.
You made that sound much more impressive than what it was.
Well, there is also a Wildcat down.
Personal foul.
Okay, a face mask against the Wildcats, so that'll move it another 15 yards all the way out to the Bobcat 49. The injured player gets up on his own and walks off as if nothing is wrong.
Bowling Green's got to run 40 yards to get to the line of scrimmage. It's a huddle again.
So from the 49-yard line, Bowling Green will take over first and 10. We're down to 2:44 to go in this ball game. They're saying keep this thing going.
Yeah. Run the clock, run the clock. Yeah, that must have been the discussion they had between the two head coaches.
Down to 2.5 to play. Oh, my goodness. Palmyra, looking for their first win of the season, has gone to overtime against Highland.
Ethan Colbert with the great announcement of that score.
Yeah, everyone personally invested in a winless season for Palmyra. Yeah. 2:05 to play. First and 10 from the Bobcat 49.
It's a victory formation, Neil, after all of the
hoopla, and we almost had a penalty against Wright City. So Bowling Green improves to 8-0 going into that final conference matchup, final regular season matchup next week against North Callaway, and we'll try and get you an update on that ball game.
If you have Alice Charlton's cell phone number, it would be a good time to text her the score of 83-7. She would probably appreciate that greatly.
And another scoring update. Blair Oaks continues their winning ways as they beat.
We'll get you some scores from around the region as we continue on and get into the post-game show, which is just another play away. One more kneel down.
I wonder do we have an update for the Montgomery County?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm trying to get that before we even get to halftime, but we have not had an update since halftime of that ball game where it was tied at 28. So this one,
40 seconds is left, so
Bowling Green's going to win 83-7. It just takes one more kneel down. And the one final kneel down here as the play clock gets down to 5, and that'll do it.
That's it.
Bowling Green has defeated the Wright City Wildcats by an astounding 83-7.
Your final score.
Wow. that is a full 4 quarters there from the Bowling Green Bobcats. 83-7 over Wright City. They'll slap hands. We'll take a break. Come back with the postgame after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, McMailer. McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating of Silex, offers septic system pumping and grease trap cleanouts. Just give them a call for all types of backhoe work with high lift and track hoe. They install water or sewer lines, septic tanks, and drain tile. They can build lakes, do dump truck work, jackhammer, bobcat work, and more. Fully insured, you can count on quality workmanship from McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating in Silex. Call 573-384-5978.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynnsheritage.com.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
The Bowling Green Bobcats improved to 8-0, 6-0 in the conference with an 83-7 victory over the Wright City Wildcats. Mark Running, Chris Grody back here at Bowling Green High School, and we saying, okay, maybe this is the week they're going to face some competition. Maybe this week. It just hasn't happened. Bowling Green is just running over everybody.
You know, I read Chris Duer's comments and listen to him quite a bit, and he's talked a lot about Bowling Green lately, and he was the one that really talked about Mark Twain being the potential for the team Bowling Green's going to have some trouble with. And then after that game, you can read his stuff, and he's kind of like, Bowling Green is just they're just that good. You know, they're almost too good for their own good is exactly what I think he wrote. And it really is. Yes, there's a lot of people that are going to say Bowling Green's not tested, Bowling Green's not this, Bowling Green's not that. And there may be some truth to that, but there's going to be some teams that are going to come to Bowling Green, or Bowling Green's going to go there, and they're going to be thinking, this team's never been tested. And they're going to get hit in the mouth by a very talented football team.
Yeah, and maybe there is a test. They're just passing them with flying colors, too.
That's a great point, and that's another great point to bring up. Maybe they are being tested, and they're just that good. And I hate to say that.
Well, you know, we went into tonight talking about, the weak point of this team is the pass defense.
Yeah, the thing that has hurt them the most over the last couple of years has been those passing defenses. And tonight they had 2 interceptions, probably should have had 5, and really showed us no reason that they fear the pass.
Yeah,
they did good.
83-7, our final score here tonight, as Bowling Green stays perfect on the season now. 17 consecutive regular season wins here at Bowling Green High School, and a heck of a senior night for this team as Marcus Starks 6 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown plus a pick.
Yeah.
And he has the 6th biggest personal point total ever in a Missouri game for a half of football with 44 points.
Well, and I think, keep in mind, you know, we're always talking about Marcus and Blaine and Gunner and Dylan. You know, those guys are very talented young men, but they wouldn't be in the position they were in if it weren't for the Ryan Bowens, the Jackson Charltons, the Devin Roos, the Harrison Hunts. Aiden Grody is on there on that other far tight end. Those guys, Brandon Gamm in his wide receiver position, those guys are doing the tough part of the game because we don't see defenses deep in the backfield causing problems for these running backs and quarterbacks, and that goes a long way to help your team be very successful. It doesn't hurt when you've got running backs like you have in Dylan, in Marcus, in Blaine, but we can't count out the offensive linemen here that are doing the tough work.
And after the way last season ended, they had a chip on their shoulder, and they came out. They got bigger, they got deeper, and they put in the work on that line this year.
Yeah, and I think that goes a long way to talk about kind of what we were just talking about with has Bowling Green been tested. I think Bowling Green was tested and failed last year, and that's what they're not willing to do this year.
Yeah.
They did come out, get bigger, get faster, get stronger, and I think what we're seeing is the result of a game that really they wanted to win really bad and probably should have won last year out there in Lafayette County. They went into that game down 7 points and lost by 3 touchdowns in the end. But that game was a lot closer than what the score led on. And I think what you're seeing is those juniors who are now seniors this year are pushing each other and bringing those younger classmen with them and saying, hey, we're doing this all the way if we can.
And that's another point. This team does seem closer than last year. They had some personal issues in that locker room last year. You don't hear about that this year. So either they're a closer group that gets along better, or they're better at keeping secrets.
Yeah, I think there were some growing pains last year, and hopefully through leadership, because as a parent of one of these football players, I don't hear about it as much either. So I hope there's been some leadership there to say, hey, and whether that comes from a football player senior, coaching staff, whoever, there certainly has been a change, because I do agree with you. This team is a little tight-knitter than it was last year.
Yeah, 83-7 is our final.
Is that a word?
It's close enough to a word. We'll take a break. We'll check the ticker and get you some scores from around the area as we draw closer to the end of this Eagle 102 postgame report on KJFM.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Northeast Missouri Title Company, Clint Bowen Construction, and Silex Banking Company.
Miller Ag Services LLC in Bowling Green provides the services and supplies to maximize your yield. A family business, Cleet and the Millers bring you quality service and products. Call today 573-470-0101 for Miller Ag Services LLC.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Kuda's Auto Repair in Farber is a full-service repair shop, offering oil changes to engine replacements and everything in between. All repairs are backed by a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Kuda's Auto Repair features Motorcraft batteries, a full line of tires and lift kits. Kuda's Auto Repair also has 24/7 towing and recovery services for all light-duty vehicles. Located at 518 South Main in Farber, Kuda's Auto Repair. Call 573-249-KUDA. That's 573-249-5832 for Kuda's Auto Repair.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Final here, 83-7. Bowling Green is perfect on the season, and perfect for the last 17 games here at home in the regular season, as they win again tonight in a conference matchup. Some other scores from around the area. South Callaway defeated Mark Twain 46-8.
Ooh.
The final in that one, so a big second half by SoCal there. Moberly over Mexico 28-14. I believe that Louisiana held on for a victory at Van Far tonight. That one was 36-6 when the fourth quarter began in favor of the Louisiana Bulldogs. And see if we can check their Yep, 36-6 was the final in that one as well. So a scoreless fourth quarter, and Louisiana picks up the W. St. Paul Lutheran over Knox County 50-6. End of the third quarter, it was Centralia over South Shelby 21-12. That's a good song too. Scotland County over Paris in the third 13-0. Low scoring game there. Hardin Calhoun trailing Beardstown at the half 12-3. So that one is further along than that now. 8-man Oric led North Shelby 34-14 at the half. That's surprising. I thought North Shelby kind of the kings of 8-man. And let's see if we have any update on that Hannibal game. 59-14 the final as Hannibal defeats Marshall tonight. So just some scores from around the area. Do not have an update. I know Palmyra and Highland were going to overtime as Palmyra looking for their first win of the season. And at the half, Montgomery County and North Callaway were tied at 28. Have not found a update on that one as of yet. So final in this one, 83-7. Any final thoughts on this Bowling Green team?
No, they're fun to watch. They're a tough team, offense and defense. We talked a little bit, Mark, about the offensive line. The defensive line is just as tough. As, of course, I named all the offensive line, and those are most of the same defensive line kids. But they're fun to watch, and they certainly are working hard, so I hope it pays off for them.
One more week of conference and regular season action. They'll be on the road next week at North Callaway to take on those Thunderbirds. And then it's district play. They'll most likely get an opening round bye in districts and then into the playoff run for the Bowling Green Bobcats. Next week, we'll see Wright City again at Louisiana as they play the Bulldogs at Cunningham Field. Of course, Wright City coming off a loss and Louisiana coming off a W. And it'll be interesting to see because it's kind of been week in, week out kind of thing.
Right.
And I think if Louisiana can get a couple early touchdowns, they could have a pretty impressive victory over a team like Wright City, who is hurting right now after suffering an 83-7 loss to Bowling Green.
That can motivate you in other ways. So
it can motivate you the wrong way a lot easier than the right way.
It could. It certainly could.
83-7 is our final. Bowling Green over Wright City to improve to 8-0 on the season. Wright City falls now below or to the 500 mark at 4-4 on this 22 campaign. For Chris Grody, Mark Froenig saying we'll see you next week. We'll see you tomorrow for softball, district championship softball, 10:45 pregame for Bowling Green and Fulton, followed by Ellsbury and Monroe City. Full day of softball. We'll see you then here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of Area High School Sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. From the